Note card 10, increasing and decreasing functions. This is a pretty simple topic. It says to determine the intervals on which a function is increasing, decreasing, or constant, A, read the graph from left to right. B, use interval notation or inequalities. We're going to stick with, on tests, I have both here for you on these examples. But on quizzes and tests, we're going to stick with interval notation. Okay, so it says use interval notation to denote where the function is increasing, decreasing, or constant. Okay, so as we go along through here, this is a pretty simple note card. Looking at this first example, reading from left to right, starting over here at the -5, it looks like it's going to start increasing, and it continues to increase and continues to increase a little bit. Now later on in this graph it might level out and become constant, but on this entire graph it is increasing. And the domain on which it is increasing, or the interval in which it is increasing, is from -5 to 5, and there are brackets because it's closed, because this is where the function actually ends. Typically the way we annotate a function that continues to go outside of the graph is with an arrow. So if there was an arrow, if there were an arrow like that, then there would be an open set of parentheses here. But since there's not an arrow, it stops right there. On the second graph, starting from left to right, obviously it is decreasing the entire way. So on the interval from -2, when x is -2, which is pretty close, it might be a little off on the graph, but from -2 to 5, we're decreasing. On this example here, hopefully you can see this is constant. It is not changing. It is a horizontal line. It does not decrease. It does not increase. It is constant on the interval from -5 to 5. Some of you on your test did not do very well with this interval notation. You need to pay attention to that and get this interval notation down. On the next graph, we have three things going on. Pay attention to how I do this, because on our assignment today, I will have you using different colors, annotating where it's increasing, constant, or decreasing, and so I'm going to use different colors. And so from -5 all the way down to 2, well, it's decreasing. And then from -2 to 2, it's constant. And then from 2 to 5, it's increasing. That's the extent of, most of what today's homework is about right there. And that's basically how you tell if a function is increasing, decreasing, or remains constant.